Hey everyone, welcome to Apple iOSGenius on the YouTube channel. Today we're going to go through the process of Jamf Now. Today we are going to go through how to deploy an app to an iOS device that you have already enrolled into Jamf Now. So we're going to go ahead and open Safari here. We can go ahead and expand this. We're going to go to Jamf Now, login. And Jamf Now is completely 100% free. They don't charge anything until you go more than 3 devices on your account that are enrolled. Then after 3 devices, they charge $2 for each individual device per month. So if you have one device that is total of 4, then it's $2 a month. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. This is my account. It's going to ask my security code, which is Google Authenticator. Alright, that gets me in. So as you can see, this device here is enrolled. This is my daughter's iPhone. I put a blueprint on her as grounded because she's not behaving. She's a high schooler. And so I restricted a lot of items on her iPhone so that she can only do whatever, and if she needs an app, she would have to ask me permission each and every time, or she needs to change her password or do something else. It's all done through the blueprint. In the blueprint is what I have listed for her is under ground iPhone 2018. Now you can look at my other video and how I go over through creating this and setting it up for each individual setting and feature and functionality and restricting her. So she asked me the other day, Dad, I need Apple Music. I said, okay, why do you need that? And of course, listen to music. And she wants to save the music locally on her phone since now we have YouTube Red and now she can stream music. We do have Apple Music, but Apple Music has only so much music. And so YouTube Red has beyond more than that. So she wanted an app. So what we're going to do is I'm going to mirror her phone. There's her iPhone right there. It says Crystelle's Genius iPhone. She does not have YouTube Music. She has YouTube right here on the 4th row, 3rd column. If we go to the next page, these are all apps that I deployed to her device. She does not have the Apple Store. She cannot download from the Apple Store. So now if we go here and we'll just say app. The App Store does not appear at all because I have it restricted. So let me just type App Store right all out. Oops, wait, I just saw it. No, it was only it looks like a web version to download the app from the store. So if I do YouTube Music, if I can type, nothing pops up. Here Siri's suggestion is websites. She just wanted the app itself, YouTube Music. So let's go ahead and get that. So in your Jamf Now, once you have it connected to your APN, it's an Apple push notification. The app to the device gets a pop-up saying, hey, you know what, you're going to get this app, etc., etc. Do you allow it, and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead to apps. These are all the apps that she has on her device. So I'm going to go to the top left corner where it says add an app. On the right hand side, I want to drop down, select iOS apps. You can do all apps, you can do Mac apps. If you do all apps, you're just going to get a mix of Mac apps and there might be confusing for you, so you just do iOS apps. Now you just want to type in YouTube. Oops. You want to type in YouTube Music. Search. It's going to give you a list of variables, anything related to that. It's right here. If you can see, it's right here where it says YouTube Music, 1st row, 4th column, 5th column actually. Then you want to go ahead and select Add to My Apps. Now it says here, add YouTube Music to my apps. Once added, you can install this app on your devices by adding it to a blueprint or from the device page, and an Apple ID is required on the device to install free iOS apps. So the app, the device, if I've already added this YouTube music here, I can go to, okay, so now that I added the YouTube app, which is going to show down here, right here it shows that it's added. I can hit this, I can remove it, I can view the additional details. Basically it's coming from Google, the requirements, the iOS, etc., the release. What I can do is go into Blueprints, select on grounded iPhone 2018, or if it was under iPad Pro, or if it was under GLOWCAR. So just imagine like this is where you're going to deploy the app, into GLOWCAR. That's where it's going to go. Now you can do it to the multiple devices, but you would have to do each one at a time. So we're just going to do grounded iPhone 2018. Now while in here, it shows my daughter's phone. You want to select on apps right here. These are all the apps that she has on her device. So what we're going to do is, here as you can see there's YouTube, but we're going to put in YouTube Music. So we're going to go down here, add an app. So you already did the app from here. You add an app, you iOS app, you look for the app. This is basically, when you're looking for the app, you're looking at the Apple App Store. So you can download it. Now it's physically in your Jamf Now account. Then you go to Blueprints. You go to your grounded iPhone on that specific device or that group, a grounded iPhone. It could be an iPad in this area. It can be on whatever else. And then under apps, you would scroll all the way down. You select on add an app in the bottom center. Now it says add an app to the grounded iPhone. Okay, that's the template. The selected app will be applied to the blueprint and deployed to all devices added to this blueprint. When new devices enroll into this blueprint, or when devices are moved into the blueprint, the apps will deploy. So if I was going to add, say, my iPad or my iPhone to this specific blueprint, so basically it's like this image, this, you can say like your image, because this is a custom image, it's only going to deploy whatever goes in here. Now if you take that device out of that blueprint and I put it into another blueprint, then all these apps get removed and go into the new blueprint, which maybe she's not grounded anymore, and then she has to reload all the apps all over again. But once it's set up, you don't really have to worry about, oh, let me install this app, let me install this app, etc., etc., etc. It's ready there and ready to go. So we're going to choose the app. The app we're going to choose is YouTube Music. We're going to select add an app. Now technically, so I hit add the app. Did you see once I hit add the app on the right hand side on the iPhone, it popped up as app installation, macOS MDM jamfcloud.com. That's this one right here. So you go up here, it's under the JamfCloud now, but my main account is called iOSGenius. Is about to install and manage the app. YouTube Music from the App Store. Your iTunes account would not be charged for this install because it's a free app and it's ready to go. So now what you can do is just, she will get this prompt. She can be at school, I can be at work, I can be 20 miles away, and she needs to install an app. I go into Jamf Now, I add the app, I deploy it, and she gets this prompt. She hits install. Now, should be installing. Let's see where it's at. There it is. It's in the third column, third row. You can see it's installing totally automatically. She didn't have to visit the App Store. I didn't, I did it all through Jamf Now. So if she was in a whole different state and she needed an app or so forth, I can easily deploy it wirelessly. There it is. We open the app. Yep. Then it asks for a password. But there you go. That's pretty much how to deploy an app to your iOS device. This again, Jamf Now only supports iOS devices, do not support Android devices, and this is very convenient and helpful if you ever want to deploy apps to their devices. So it's very easy to deploy these apps. It's already been deployed. Normally, to deploy an app will take about 24 hours. Sometimes you can select the sync option here in the top right corner, and then it basically says this command will apply the current settings and apps to all devices added to this blueprint. This will sync out-of-date changes for all the devices in the blueprint. So like, say for an example, you were trying to deploy an app and maybe she got 3 apps she wanted and she only got 2 out of the 3. So you would only do the sync if maybe that 3rd app didn't deploy. And even though you waited, as the inventory syncs normally occurs once every 24 hours and it didn't redeploy that 3rd app, you can do the sync, and once you hit the sync, it actually forces the device to say, hey, here it is on the bottom left hand corner. See, a sync command has been sent to the grounded iPhone. So basically it's sending all of this, all the security, all the email, all whatever the settings in the blueprint of the image to the iOS device to say, hey, make sure you have everything, and so forth. And it forces it in there. And if I log in her device, she is now prompted here with macOSGenius MDM JamfCloud is about to install and manage the app FunRun 3. So this app FunRun 3 was not installed on the iOS device, or is missing app from the list of my Jamf Now account. And when I did a force, now it pops up with this information. So you want to go ahead and hit install, and then look, there's something else missing. There's ukulele, chords, and compass light. So it's basically going through the whole list, and then it just basically goes ahead and deploy the app. So here's another ukulele karaoke. Okay, well, hopefully this guys helps you out in how to deploy apps to your iOS devices. If you wanted to also look into more on how Jamf Now can help you or your family, feel free to check out my videos. Feel free to put in your comments down below, and if you please select like, as well as definitely subscribing to this channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. And you can hit that bell in the top right corner there, and you can go ahead and get updated notifications every time I make a video. Okay, well, thanks for visiting Apple iOSGenius on the YouTube channel in regards of how to deploy an app to your iOS device wirelessly on a restricted device. Thank you and have a great day.